Here's a wild truth. Nothing anyone says to you is ever actually about you. But if you are constantly reading into people's words, replaying conversations in your head, or asking yourself, was that shade? You are probably taking things personally. And in this video, I'm going to show you why your brain does this, how to shift it, and the real reason people's opinions trigger you in the first place. By the end of this video, you will learn how to create so much internal security and peace that nothing anyone says can shake you. Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Nina Elise. I'm an embodiment and growth mentor and a certified somatic practitioner. I teach you how to view the world differently by understanding how your brain, your body, and emotions work, so that you can reduce anxiety, regulate your nervous system, and live an aligned life full of peace and joy. If that resonates, hit subscribe so you don't miss future videos designed to radically shift your perspective and help you create a life that you actually want and deserve. Now, let's dive in. To give you some backstory, I used to take everything personally. If someone didn't text me back, I would completely spiral and make up all of these stories in my mind about why. And if a friend was short with me, I would obsess over what I did wrong in my mind for hours and days. And if someone gave me feedback, I would feel personally attacked, even if it was helpful. But what I didn't realize at the time was that every reaction was actually tied to my own insecurities. And when I assumed that people were out to get me, what I was really doing was projecting my fears of not being enough, being abandoned, or being misunderstood. And when I finally realized that taking things personally was my way of protecting myself from feeling pain, I also realized it was keeping me stuck in victimhood. I'm going to break down why we take things personally, and I will do my best to be gentle with you, because learning how to take responsibility for our emotions and our thoughts and our reactions can bring up a lot, and it isn't always easy to face. It requires so much grace, so please keep an open mind and be kind to yourself as I walk you through all of this. First of all, taking things personally is a defense mechanism. It is your brain's way of trying to create control in situations that feel uncertain or threatening. It's basically like your inner child saying, if I can just figure out what they meant, maybe I can stay safe or loved or accepted. And the actual truth is that people's actions and words are a reflection of them. And it's not always you. And you're only triggered in areas where you already feel insecure or don't have strong boundaries in place. So your reaction is your responsibility. And the moment that you become aware of that is the moment that you become absolutely free. So let's say someone makes a passive-aggressive comment. You have two choices here. One, take it personally, assume that they are attacking you, and spiral into self-doubt. Does that sound familiar? Because I know that's how I used to react. The second option is to pause, to breathe, and ask yourself, why is this triggering me? And when you zoom out, you might realize that you've been feeling insecure about that thing already, before that person even said anything. Or you're assuming the worst based on old belief systems. Or you've made someone else's behavior mean something about you. But what if you didn't? What if you saw that moment as a mirror and used it to heal? This isn't about being unbothered through apathy or allowing others to walk all over you. It's about self-awareness and inner power and reacting in a way that is empowering for you, regardless of what other people think or say about you. So how can you stop taking things personally and be completely unbothered? I'm going to share how I approached this and how I shifted my relationship with how I react. First, the reframe exercise. You can do this in your head, but it was helpful for me to write this down when I first started doing this. So grab a piece of paper and make 3 different columns. The first column, you're going to write down how you currently see the situation. So what beliefs and triggers are showing up for you in that moment. In the second column, you are going to write down other possible perspectives. So what other assumptions can you make, whether it's in your favor or the other person's favor? As hard as that may feel in the moment, what about these things could potentially be true that you could possibly entertain? And in the third column, write down the most empowering way you want to choose to see the situation. So one that empowers you, whether through shifting your belief or setting a healthy boundary, and react in alignment with the version of you that plays this out. This could look like asking more questions to understand where the person is coming from. It could be not responding. It could also be taking a moment to do some inner child work and tend to the insecurities that are coming up. It could be walking away. It could be responding with kindness. At the end of the day, you get to choose, and that is the most empowering part of not taking things personally, because you are choosing to remove drama and stress from your life by not reacting to assumptions or unconscious beliefs anymore. The next thing that you can do in the moment is EFT tapping. The emotional freedom technique is a way to shift your internal state in minutes just by tapping on different meridian points, acknowledging what's coming up, and affirming new beliefs. So if you have an emotion come up or feel triggered, just tap. Feel and acknowledge what is coming up. Then open yourself up to releasing it and replace it with new empowering beliefs like, I am safe, I am not defined by others, I choose to view this differently, I am allowed to set healthy boundaries, or what others think of me has nothing to do with me. These next two ways are my absolute favorite ways to truly rewire how others perceive you and to not take things so personally anymore. The first is somatic integration. When you feel activated or triggered in any way, simply just pause and scan your body. When something is triggering, the first thing we do is react to our mind, which takes us completely out of our bodies. And it's not always easy, but it's best to feel the emotions in the moment. And when we feel what is coming up, we don't suppress it. We give ourselves permission to feel and actually release the emotion instead of keeping it trapped inside of us, which may cause sabotaging patterns or unhealthy reactions later down the road. And surprise, it only takes 90 seconds or less to process an emotion. So can you give yourself 90 seconds to feel, knowing that the emotions will eventually pass? So after you pause, simply notice the sensation and the emotions. Breathe into it and allow it to move through you in any way that your body wants to. Whether it is crying or laughing or shaking your arms and legs or humming or punching a pillow, there is really no right or wrong way to somatically process. Just know that it's temporary and it will pass. And lastly, I love doing subconscious rewiring work, like the timeline technique or NLP. This gets to the core beliefs in your subconscious mind. So you're basically treating your mind like a computer, programming out an old belief, fear, or emotion around something or someone, and programming in something new and empowering by getting learnings from the subconscious and changing the image, the feelings, the sounds, and the visuals of what has upset us. We literally can create a new story in our minds by changing the visual and the emotions associated with it so it doesn't trigger us. It's basically like rewriting an old image in our memories and creating a new story around it. Just know that you don't need to be perfect to be powerful. You don't need everyone to like you to feel worthy. And when someone triggers you, it doesn't mean that you're broken. It means something inside of you is asking to be seen. And the moment I stopped trying to micromanage how people saw me was the moment I started living for me. I didn't need to prove that I was good. I knew I was. And I know that is how I can best empower and support others. Taking things personally is exhausting, right? It puts your worth and your power in the hands of strangers, people that don't even really know you, which is so wild, right? But when you realize that you are the narrator of your story, the creator, that your reality reflects your beliefs and your power is in how to choose to respond, that's when you stop taking it personally and start taking responsibility. You become the person who responds with calm and clarity and grace because your self-worth and your identity and how you want other people to perceive you is not on the line, and your peace is non-negotiable. If this video hit home, I have a free resource called the Embodied Self Blueprint. It walks you through how to increase your self-awareness by understanding how you naturally operate, to tend to your inner child and change your inner dialogue, which strengthens your relationship with yourself so that you can respond in an empowering way and create an identity that is unshakably grounded in worth because you are clear on who you want to be. Comment embodied below and I will send you the link to get started. You can also book a one-on-one session if you are looking for immediate clarity or apply to work with me long-term. And this is where we dive deep into somatic healing, subconscious rewiring, and nervous system regulation to help you live an aligned and peaceful and confident life. So you don't have all of those unconscious beliefs and fears running the show. I will share the link right here on the screen and in the description below. One of the most powerful things I ever heard was by the ancient Chinese philosopher and writer, Lao Tzu, the founder of Taoism. He said, care about what other people think and you will always be their prisoner. And you don't want to be a prisoner, right? If you want to be free, the best thing that you can do is empower yourself to react differently. Take responsibility for your projections and truly understand that what other people think of you rarely has anything to do with you. We hold on to so many things that people say, but now you get to choose what you carry. My final question for you is, what has helped you stop taking things so personally? Drop your wisdom in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who needs to hear this. It means the world to me that you are here. And my deepest wish is that you feel free to be fully yourself, unshaken by the world around you, because we need you being you. I'll link a few more videos on the topic here and in the description, and I will see you all in the next one.